Boom, Florida State and FSU finding a new wide receiver in the transfer portal, a position of need as they try to revamp this room. Florida State landing USC wide receiver Duce Robinson, a legacy wide receiver. His dad, Dominic Robinson, playing wide receiver and defensive backs from 2001 to 2004. Duce Robinson bringing 6'6", 220 to Florida State's offense. A big wide receiver. Florida State fans immediately thinking about Johnny Wilson. You know, he actually, talking about Duce Robinson, came in as a recruit as a tight end, one of the top in the country. Florida State had offered him in high school as well, but ended up going to play for Lincoln Riley and the Trojans. Things just not kind of going well for Lincoln Riley and USC, as we know. And for sure, Duce Robinson looking for more opportunities. Thomas Castellanos, Florida State's new quarterback, on site with Duce Robinson during his visit to the Florida State Seminoles and doing a really good job in his recruitment to land this big man at the wide receiver position. He averaged 19.2 yards per catch in 2 seasons at USC. And then he had an impressive drop rate. Every FSU fan should be happy about this. Only a 4.2% drop rate during his time at USC. Florida State beating out schools like Arizona State and also Louisville. In 2024, he caught 23 passes for 396 yards, 5 touchdowns in 12 games. He only started 5 of those. So like I was saying earlier, certainly looking for more opportunities, which he is going to get, which I'll talk about here in a minute. His best game came against Nebraska, which is pretty funny, which is because Florida State's new defensive coordinator, Tony White, there being at Nebraska, he had his best game of the season where he had 4 catches for 90 yards and a touchdown. So you can tell this guy likes to go downfield. He likes to make those big one-on-one catches, and that's something Florida State needs, as it lacked heavily in 2024. It was just almost not there. He was a 5-star prospect in that 2023 recruiting class, and also played baseball at USC. So a dual sport athlete, and we'll see if he ends up playing any for Florida State. What is Florida State returning in the wide receiver room? Well, there's multiple young players that we saw in 2024 that we would like to see more of, with a more consistent offense and maybe a quarterback that can get the ball to him. But you got Hakeem Williams, Jalen Brown, LaWayne McCoy, BJ Gibson, Elijah Moore, Camden Fryer. And then some of these signees, which I think were some good gets for Florida State, and Javon Boggs, who ended off his high school career very, very nicely. 4-star wide receiver there. And another one with Tayshawn Gelsey. You got Tariq Mallory, and then 2 JUCO product, Jordan Scott. Talking about Robinson, though, he came in as, right now, just ranked as on 247 Sports as the number 4 overall prospect in the class, and also the number 2 wide receiver. So a nice grab for Florida State here. I think it was something that they needed to do. Florida State missing out on some of those offensive linemen, so hopefully trying to build up some momentum here. And also got to give a shout out to Thomas Castellanos in helping this recruitment happen, being very hands-on there. And I think it goes to show too, Duce Robinson believing in what this offense can look like under Gus Malzahn with Thomas Castellanos at the helm. So you can certainly start to kind of imagine and picture those shots of Thomas Castellanos rolling out and looking downfield and taking those big plays and taking those big shots that Florida State has missed, definitely, since losing out on some guy, or moving on from guys like Johnny Wilson and Keon Coleman. So let me know down in the comments below what you think about this pickup for Florida State. As you can see here in Texas, here covering the Bucks versus Cowboys on Sunday Night Football. So a little bit of a different background, but I appreciate everybody for hanging out. And if you enjoyed the video, hit the like button down below. Appreciate it.